was really needed is a true rotary blade design. And in order to best take advantage of that, you have to understand what happens to the air as you're rotating a blade through the air at 2,000 plus RPM on a 700 size machine. In order to clean up the air that the next advancing blade comes into, you have to take care of the tip vortices out at the tip of the blade. One of the really neat key features of this blade is the swept tip on it. Without the swept tip and without the leading edge of the blade tapering and getting thinner out at the tip, you have a lot of turbulent air, basically in a straight line coming off of the tip of the blade. There's a curve that comes across here that actually sweeps the air off of that, and we're getting the air to come off exactly at a point coming out at an angle away from the disc, so the next advancing blade doesn't have to deal with nearly as much turbulent air as you would see on a conventional blade. You've also got a tapered airfoil that best takes advantage of different lift areas of the blade. Because the blade slices through the air so much cleaner, you actually get approximately 25 to 30 seconds more runtime. This airfoil design and this tip shape allows the blade to be inherently more stable. We don't have to run the weight so far out to make it gyroscopically stable. The benefit of that is that we can run the span-wise CG in further toward the root of the blade, allowing the blade to be much more responsive off-center like a flybar blade, all the while not losing stability in high-speed flight. Batteries, motors, speed controllers, and even in the past 2 to 3 years, all of those components have taken leaps and bounds steps forward. And being that blades affect your helicopter more than anything, it was kind of surprising to me that no one had really genuinely put a lot of development into the airfoil. It was more or less a game of changing the overall weight and the CG points. There had to be a fundamental change. I had to think outside the box. I had to take it to the next step. And what was really required was coming up with this optimized airfoil that you now see on this blade.